welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to show you how I style my wigs. I did color this wig myself, and I will be doing a tutorial on how I got this color, but I'll probably redo it with a different wig, just because this one is clearly already done and I did not record it. But yeah, so I am starting off by blow drying. Before I started, I sprayed a little bit of the Afro-G Protein green tea restructurizing spray, and then also the Garnier Fructis flat iron spray, just to help get the hair as smooth as possible and also to minimize any heat damage. I am going to let you guys know that this hair was so trash. So I got it a while ago, and it was mainly for a rainbow wig that I did, and then I stripped the color out of it because over time it just kind of didn't look good anymore. So I stripped the color and recolored it. But when I was stripping the color, like, the mixture I used really dried the hair out, and it was literally like falling out before I deep conditioned it, and all of a sudden now it's acting like it's got some sense because I'm recording, making me look like a liar. But after I deep conditioned it, it did kind of go back to what it was before. The original state of this hair is 613, and it is a body wave. So now I'm just blow drying in all directions just to get a little bit of movement. And I am just like trying to show you guys the color variation throughout. I used a lot of colors, just using my creativity. I watched a lot of videos before I started coloring, and honestly I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make something up at this point. Because I couldn't find something that was just like, wow, I really want to do that. I was like, you know what, actually, let me just let my creative juices flow. Let me just go ahead and make something up. And that's exactly what I did. I did use a couple of techniques that I have used before. I did some highlights in the front. I did some ombre in the back, and it just kind of ended up looking really good. I was completely surprised. I did use the Kiss Temptation color brand. I love that brand. The hair color smells so good, it looks good, and it does make the hair super shiny, so that is a plus. And then like I said, I'm just blow drying the hair. I did leave a little bit of the conditioner in. I didn't rinse it all the way out, just because I felt like this hair needed some extra love. So I did leave it in, and at the roots it did kind of make it like feel a little like greasy or whatever, but wasn't a big deal to me, and it didn't like look greasy, so that was good. But I just did notice that while I was blow drying there was like a little bit of a film. But look at how shiny and bouncy this hair is. Like, when I bought it, it didn't even look like this, so just want y'all to know. And next I'm just going in with that next layer. I had just split it in two, and then I start from the ends, and then I kind of like work my way up. And like, look at the color, guys. Like, I cannot even tell y'all how long it took me to do this color. Now, when people always want me to like color their wigs and stuff, I just have to like let them know, like, this is not a quick process. This is not like a one-day turnaround for something like this. Like, I literally have to go in, make sure colors aren't touching, wipe my hands in between each color. Like, it's a lot, and people just be thinking that I can just whip these out like a factory. Like, it's gonna be a no. But yeah, so again, still blow drying the hair, and the pink at the top, like, I honestly thought it was gonna come out a little bit lighter than it did, a little more pastel. And then a lot of the colors, like the purple in between, I had to make that purple up because I actually didn't have color and I didn't feel like running out to the store. So like the dark blue and the purple and the lavenders that you see throughout, I made those colors. I mixed pink and blue together to make that purple, you know, using my little color theory I learned in school. And I just made a lot of these colors. So even though I did use the Kiss Temptation hair colors, I did make some of these colors by mixing some together. And then I just wanted you guys to see the variation throughout. You'll see it a little bit more when I curl it. But like, you guys see that little patch that looked like yellow? That was actually supposed to be lime green. And then there are some spots in there that look orange. And I'm like, y'all, I didn't have orange and I definitely didn't have yellow either. Like, sometimes these colors just did their own thing, but it ended up looking good in the end, like I said. So it really wasn't too bad. And the blow drying process didn't take too long. I did let my hair air dry for about 4 hours before I blow dried it. I would have let it sit for longer, but I wanted to record this video before the sun went down. So I was just fighting the sun. But again, I did let it air dry beforehand. That just helps so that it doesn't take as long to blow dry. Plus, this hair had been through the ringer with me removing the color, so I just decided to let it take a break for a little minute. But yeah, so as far as the color, like it was a process, but we made it through. And like I said, I will be posting a video on this hair color if I can get like some likes. But yeah, so now I'm just going in and putting in a few layers throughout the hair and also some face framing. I love a good face framing bang. Like the heavy bang for me, that's what it is. Like it just looks so good when you curl it and everything. So definitely love that. So yeah, I did trim the bottom, which I didn't show in this video, but I did trim the bottom because the ends was raggedy. And then I did go ahead in and just cut some layers throughout. And this is in real time. I sped up the blow drying part because, I mean, it was blow drying. But the actual layering, I wanted you guys to see it in real time. And I'm so sorry about my elbow being in the way, y'all. Like this was my first time using this setup for like a camera because this is my first video with one of my wigs. So I didn't really pay attention to the fact that my elbow was in the camera. I tried to cut most of those clips out, but this one just kind of made it because I had to layer the hair. But yeah, so it looks better when it's dry. Like you can see more of the color variation and it kind of just like blends a little better. But yeah, so overall, I mean, this was pretty good. And now I'm just gonna show you guys how I curl the hair. I am gonna go ahead and split the top section and the bottom section. And when I split it, like you can just see the color for what it is. Like, wow. And the top looks so good. Like when I twirled it like that, look at that. Just looks like a bunch of like ridges. Amazing. But yeah, so this is like my aquamarine like bottom that I did. This wig was inspired by LaRasia Andrea on YouTube. She's done a couple of videos that I really like the colors of, and I did just put my own little twist on it. But I am going in and curling my hair with a Chi curling iron. I don't know which one this is or where you can get it. My mom bought it a while ago and she ended up giving it to me, and I have been in love ever since. And then for hairspray, I am using the Suave like extra hold hairspray. It's really generic. I didn't have my Sebastian shaper or my bedhead spray. Those sprays were at the shop, so this is what I had to use because this is what I have at home. But it's a hairspray. It works fine. Wigs don't know any different, you know. Plus, I just kind of put my wig on and snatch it off, so it's not a big deal. But, like, look at the shine. Like, I'm pretty sure this is a ceramic curling iron, but wow, it just really took the cake. Like, some hair, it looks good straight when you color it, but this, I was like, I gotta throw some curls in here. Like, it's gotta be curled. It's gotta be curled. Like, and the shine, like, that's literally from deep conditioning, because y'all know I did not add no shine spray. I don't add shine sprays to anything. I just kind of let the hair just like speak for itself, honestly. And in that second layer, you can see that I went from purple to blue. So the bottom layer is like blue to like green. And then the next layer is like purple to blue. And then the top layer is pink with highlights of purple, blue, and the lime green. So that's just kind of how I did the color. And honestly, I didn't think it was gonna come out like it did, especially when it was rinsing. When I was rinsing it, I rinsed it with cool water, and I was just a little nervous because it was really pastel looking at first. And I was like, wow, everything's pastel. Like, it's not gonna look good. The color's not gonna really show, but it actually kind of showed out on me a little bit. I didn't think it was as vibrant. But also, I did let the color sit on the hair overnight. I finished coloring the hair at like midnight, just because I started really late. And then I let it sit in till like 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, it sat for 8 hours on damp hair because I wanted the color to show. I wanted the color to really, you know, sink in. And I think it did just that. I am going to do a video on how I strip color out of my wigs. Well, out of my 613 wigs, because I can't really do it with all kinds of wigs. But with my 613 units, I do strip the color when I want to do something a little different. And I'll be showing that in one of my upcoming videos. But yeah, so I'm just gonna let you guys watch me curl this hair. I know it might be like a little bit therapeutic for some people, so I'm just gonna stop talking now and go ahead and let you guys finish watching the video. Now here's where you can see the actual like highlights that I did. So what I did was I took like a section and a slice, and then I weaved it out, and I did pink on the bottom weave, and then on the top part that normally gets left out is where I did my color. So I switched between purple, blue, and the lime green that I got instead of the dark green. The dark green it's cool. I like it for the bottom of the hair, but I didn't care for it like at the top. So that's how I did the highlights, and you can kind of see them more on technically my right side, and that's me like pointing them out. But oh, and the wig came off the head. Like, y'all, this is the part I be struggling with. So again, I did go ahead and, like I said, just curl it away from my face on both sides. But I do like that the highlights show more on one side, because honestly the other side I kind of pretty much put behind my ear, or just off to the side. It's just always different in general. So yeah, but if you can see like the highlights like peeking through, it actually looks way better in person. But yeah, like this is what I'm talking about. If you can see on the curling iron, like the highlights in general, like, yes. And this little end was giving me the blues, so I ended up just like leaving it alone because it was just giving me a hard time. And I guess when I actually put the wig on, I can like fix it or whatever. And then this section kind of had like more purple highlights, so you can kind of see it, and you can see a little bit of the blue. Like, it just all kind of ended up working out, and I am in love. You guys know I love like colorful hair, so for me, like, this was a must. But yeah, so right now, again, I'm just curling the hair away from my face. I do save the two front pieces for last, just because I like it to look kind of like a bang. And I did keep those parts pink just to like frame my face, because I just thought it was cute or whatever. So yeah, so at this point I am pretty much done. Like I said, just doing the front, and then towards the end of the pink, it did kind of like fade out, so that actually looked kind of cute. And then the front pieces I spray with hairspray a little bit more than the rest of the pieces, just because I like them to kind of stay up. Even if the rest of the curls fall, like the front like has to have that little bumpy bump, but yeah, so this is the final look. I was absolutely in love. This is what the curls look like. Amazing, top notch. You already know what it is. But yeah, and then this is what it looks like from the front. Like, looks really good. And then this is the lighting from the side. Amazing. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.